Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about how you can look and appear like a professional or an expert even if you are completely brand new in your niche. The biggest problem that I hear from my clients is that they have no idea how to appear like a professional. And it's overwhelming. If you're new in a niche, you don't know what to do so that you stand out and appear like an expert. Well, in today's video, I'm going to tell you all about 3 things that you can do to present yourself as an expert and stand out in your niche. Before we jump into the video, don't forget to click that subscribe button, hit like on this video, and turn on the notifications so you can see more of my incredible videos. Okay, so the one thing that I want to say here is it is very easy to present yourself as a professional if you know exactly what you need to do. And I myself use these tips so that when I am talking to any clients or potential customers or even contractors, I appear like a professional and that I know what I'm doing. And one of the biggest things that I can recommend you to do is number 1, stay organized. You really need to be on top of your business and not be scrambling as if you're just making shit up every single day, because then that conveys that you don't really know what you're doing and you're just winging it. One way to stay organized is to have processes in place. For example, one of the processes could be an onboarding process. One of the first things I set up was actually an onboarding process for any clients that join and take one of my offers. And the reason I set that is because it sets the tone right from the beginning that you are very good at what you do because you have an onboarding process. So one of the clients that I just signed, I sent her through my type form, which is basically her entire onboarding. She doesn't have to get on calls with me. She doesn't have to book Calendly links with me for like 3 weeks in advance. We don't have to have like really long conversations where she gives me passwords and files, because I created a whole back end system that will capture my entire client's onboarding. And then I send over common FAQs, right? Any part of your business that is repeatable and will be the same thing for multiple people, you can almost turn into a process. For example, if you know there are 10 questions that every single client is always asking, why don't you turn that into a PDF that you share with all of your clients the moment they sign on, that you send to them in an email? Or you can even put it on your website and you link it to them in an email when you say, thank you for becoming my client, take a look at this website. So I've created an onboarding for myself, and the way that I do it is I send all of my clients into a type form where they have to give me all their information about their brand and their logos and their fonts and their passwords without having to have to talk to me. Literally, I can sign a client online, they don't even talk to me for 2 weeks, and I can get started on their business and brand design because I've set up the system in place. Another great thing to do is to have systems with any contractors or people that you work with, right? When you're running a business, it's really hard to stay on top of things if you don't have a certain process. For example, all communication is in Slack, or all communication is in a WhatsApp group, and you don't have to go across Facebook, Instagram, emails, and all this bullshit that is just making your job harder to do. So set up these processes because it'll make your life so much easier as you start to scale and as you need to talk to more and more people. And then the second thing is you need to make life easier for your client, right? Let's say we're in a different time zone, and then you go and ask your client, oh, what time is it over there? They have to go and now they have to go Google the time difference between you and them, right? That's not really fun. What you want to do is you want to do all the hard work so that the client doesn't need to think. The client only needs to think about the fact that they want to work with you. Any other barrier that you put in place, you are probably going to lose a sale. So make it super fucking easy for your client. Even if it means scheduling calls, right? Send them to a Calendly link instead of doing this back and forth. Hey, what time works for you? Oh, I don't really know. Hey, why don't you wait and then you gotta wait for a reply, right? When you have systems like this, it's much easier. And pricing pages. When clients are like, oh, what are your packages? And then what, you're gonna hand type a package to every single client? Put up a fucking pricing page or create a pricing PDF that you can send out to people. It's like thinking about ways to systemize and create processes within your own business so that you don't have to keep doing the same stuff over and over again. And sending resources. It's really good when you can send a really professional resource to a client. So like I said, if clients are always asking the same thing, make it easy for them. Put it on a website, create a presentation, put it in a PDF and send it to them. Those are ways that you can stand out from all your competitors, because these are the little details that people do not put their time into doing, but if you will do it, you will stand out. Like, I don't know if you guys have been following along with my journey, but I go over the top with paying attention to detail. I went and I created an intro for all my YouTube videos, completely unnecessary. That's not gonna bring me any money, but it makes me look like a professional because I went out of my way to create that, right? And then I got an editor, I'm gonna have my own outros. All of my stuff is going to look consistent, and I'm currently in the process of that, but it's all being done for a reason. It is to build that image that I have authority, I know what I'm doing, I am a professional, and I'm willing to invest in my own business. Don't be a fucking cheap ass where you don't use any of these tools and resources because you have to spend a couple more dollars a day. Honestly, if me spending $100 a month is going to lead to $20,000 clients every single month, isn't that trade-off completely worth it, right? Like, you need to start thinking like that when it comes to your business, is that don't be afraid to invest in resources and automations and templates and like email scheduling systems, because it'll make your life so much easier. And then last thing to present yourself as an authority as well as an expert is to give potential clients and anybody that you're nurturing personalized attention, right? Nowadays, we see a lot of people using autoresponders, and there's just no connection anymore. Every single person is trying to close a sale, but they're not trying to have a conversation. If you go in and put that effort and say, hey Anna, I saw it was your birthday the other day, congratulations on your baby, and be a bit more personal with the way that you engage with them, it'll make you stand out. It'll honestly make you stand out because it shows that you care about your customers and that you're actually talking to them and that you're not a fucking robot. And something that I do to all my clients is when I'm trying to get a client, what I do is I actually send them a really quick website audit, and I send it to them using Loom. So Loom is a screen recording software where it'll show both my face and my screen, and I'll always send Looms to communicate with potential clients and contractors to get my message across. A video message is so much more personalized, and it looks so professional when you communicate with that rather than just holding your iPhone and taking a selfie. Anyone can do that, but for someone to go out of their way to go record a personalized video, a personalized audit, a step-by-step walkthrough of something means that you've gone above and beyond to deliver some type of high quality content to a potential customer. So really think about ways to stand out. And even myself in my YouTube videos, I've started to create presentations because I know creating a presentation makes it look like I've put in a lot more work to create the content, which I do, by the way. It's a lot of work to create this content, but it also represents the information in a much more professional way because I literally took the time to go and build and spec out a presentation for you. And it doesn't take long. Honestly, go to Canva. They have all these resources pre-made for you. You literally just gotta go in and change the text around and you can create a presentation beautifully designed within 5 minutes. So there are no excuses for why you can't go out of your way to use any of these tools. Even Loom. Loom is free. You can use Loom for free and send video messages to people. Download Slack to communicate with clients and contractors. There are so many tools that you can use to position yourself as a professional. The other thing that I want to say about why you are doing all these things is really for 2 reasons. You are here to build brand authority and maintain consistency, right? So when you communicate with anybody, whether it's a contractor, a potential client, or a past client, be consistent with the way you talk to everybody and maintain the professionalism, because once again, it goes back to brand building. I say it all the time. Everything is your brand. Every little thing that you do, every person you talk to, the way you talk to them, even if you work for them or they work for you, it all says something about you. So help yourself by creating that brand authority and building that authority by being a professional and acting like a professional in every sense. There's definitely time for play and for pleasure and not being so serious, right? But when it comes to their business, like if you're new in a niche, you do need to have some form of professionalism and you need to be able to like swap between 2. Like I'm pretty playful, however, I also know how to be very professional. So have that balance between the 2. And like just to give you an example, think about a very professional brand that you would choose. over anything, right? And I'll use Starbucks as an example. Starbucks is extremely consistent with their messaging, and they've become an authority in the coffee niche because of how the experience when you go into any Starbucks store is essentially the same. All their logos, all their branding, every part of it has the same vibe of this is some bougie coffee and I make a lot of money, that's why I can drink Starbucks, right? So it's like really thinking like that. It's maintaining that consistency, building that authority, and really position yourself as the expert in your field, right? You wouldn't go to Dunkin' Donuts to get coffee. First of all, it's called Dunkin' Donuts. You would probably go there for donuts. You wouldn't go there for coffee. You might go to Krispy Kreme for donuts because that's what they do best. They've marked themselves as the authority in that niche. So I just want to wrap up this video. It's a quick one today. It's about how you can position yourself as an expert and appear more professional when it comes to talking to potential clients or existing clients. And I highly recommend that you also treat employees, contractors, anybody the same way. Everything you do comes back to who you are and the brand that you are building. I can share some of these links in the description below. And like I said, use Loom, use Canva, use Sketch, you can use Typeform. You know, these are paid services, but you can't scale a business using free services forever. They're free for a reason. Be a professional, invest in your business, and you will stand out. You will fucking stand out when there is skin in the game and you actually start investing in yourself. So that is it from me today for today's video. Stick around, I have many, many more to come. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and please share this video with anybody you think would find this helpful. And see you guys tomorrow.